Time now for the final trader tip of the day. Joining me now is Scott Bauer of Trading Advantage. And I'm so glad to have you on the show today because you have the most fascinating story of how you were able to break into options trading.
Well, you know, it's not the same as it used to be. Let's just say that. So back in the day out of college, I was playing some baseball. I met some guys that were on another team. Their shortstop happened to get injured. They asked me to fill in on their team. They were a few years older than me. I became very friendly with them. They were traders down at the CBOE. One of them took me under his wing and said, "Come on, I'll teach you the business." And that was in the late 80s, and you know, here we are, almost 30 years later.
Here you are, from baseball to trading.
Baseball to trading.
And do you feel like you had the mental capability to do it? I mean, a lot of it is just numbers, and you're a big numbers guy.
I am a big numbers guy, and you know, again, trading is different now, Angie, than it was back then. Back in the day trading on the floor, the open outcry, you had to be quick, you had to be mathematically inclined. It wasn't just the remote sort of trading, the gaming, you know, skill set. Back then, you really had to be quick on your feet. You had to be aggressive, and you know, fortunately, that was part of my skill set. In this day and age now, going to the gaming world and the millennials and those types of people, I'm not sure that I would have succeeded now if I was just coming into this marketplace. But back then, that really matched my skill set.
Absolutely. So what would be your top trading tip? What gives you an advantage, do you think, in the market?
Well, I think, you know, one of the things that really led me to be successful was kind of having that point guard vision, if you will. Not being locked in or tunnel vision just on the trade at hand, but being able to see the bigger picture, being able to see maybe some other orders that were out there at the time or the more macro space. So knowing that if I was going to buy or sell a particular order, whatever it is came in, I would kind of know ahead of time what was my next move, right? What was my hedge? What was I going to do against that? And it was really more being taking action rather than being reactionary. So you still kind of need to do that in this environment, even trading on the screens, trading, you know, these gamers. But I think that is a lost art. That is really a lost art of really being able to kind of field the macro and see the field in the macro world rather than just on a trade by trade basis.
I like that. Thanks so much for all your time today.
My pleasure.